Hey everybody, this is Maxwell McGee here at Electronic Arts Vegas Game Show. Right now we're checking out SSX, and I'm joined by Jeff Coates, who's going to tell us a little more about it. Jeff, thank you for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
So Jeff, my first question is this: what are you guys showing off that's new here for SSX since we last saw it at E3, I believe?
What we're showing off are two new tracks. Himalayas you've seen at E3. We have Siberia, which is another region in the game. And one of the Deadly Descent tracks, the Patagonia Deadly Descent.
Let's go ahead and start with Patagonia. How does it differ from the first Deadly Descent that we saw, which was like the big avalanche?
Well, each of the Deadly Descents are sort of themed around a specific type of experience. So we'll have the avalanche, we'll have whiteout on another one, we'll have thin air on another. Patagonia is really all about gravity. So it's basically trying to get across these huge gaps, jumps that are even too big for SSX characters to make. So you actually have to have specific equipment to do it.
So on the topic of equipment, I know you guys were showing off the Wingsuit in this Patagonia map. Can you tell us a little more about how it functions and what other sorts of equipment players can expect in SSX?
Well, the Wingsuit is something that once you pop off a jump, you deploy the Wingsuit and it helps you glide across to the next landing zone. And allows you to clear really massive gaps.
And then what other sorts of equipment can we expect in the game, or like what effect will they have on the gameplay?
We've got different types of gear, like we have headlamps, ice axes, those types of things. And we actually have crafted experiences around the use of that gear.
So I also wanted to ask about track design, because in the past you guys have been showing off a lot of tracks that are based off of real-world locations, and I was wondering if you're going to have any of the more over-the-top tracks like you did with the classic Tokyo Megaplex.
Well, what we did this time out was really we used NASA data, topographical data, as the basis and foundation for all of our regions. And the objective is really to allow you to snowboard anywhere around the world. So the tracks do have a really natural sort of a feel to them, but really extreme. So what we do once we get that NASA data is we run it through proprietary software that we have called Mountain Man. And once we have that data, it's then in the game engine. The track artists and the level design will take it, spend a long time really crafting that SSX experience. So it really lends itself to a really natural kind of a feel. Having said that, we still theme each of the tracks so that they're more memorable. So Siberia has the factory area. Alaska has a pipeline that you can ride down the mountain. All kinds of different things that help set each of the regions apart from each other.
So one of the new features that I noticed here in this build for SSX is the rewind function, which sort of lets you go back in time in case you just totally wipe out, which I know I did more than once. Can you tell us more about how this feature works?
Well, the feature works pretty much exactly the way that you experienced it. So if you're getting into trouble and you're falling off the edge of a cliff, say, or falling into a crevasse, you can use the rewind feature to actually back yourself up the track and try it again. Now, there is going to be a penalty for that, and that's something that the designers are still working on. In a race, it may be you get a bit of a time hit. In a trick event, it may delete your tricky meter, those types of things. But those things are still in flux, but we will have the rewind function in the game.
All right, Jeff, well, I've just got one final question for you. Can you remind our viewers at home when SSX is coming out and on what platforms?
SSX will be shipping in late January 2012, and it'll come out on PS3 and Xbox 360.
All right, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks very much.